Hello everyone, Ron Johnson here from L.T.L Tutoring Central, and if you're looking for tips and strategies to help with your learning, you are in the right place. Idioms. What are idioms, or what is an idiom? Well, they are words or expressions that are not used in the literal sense. In other words, you can't simply translate them into your own language and have them make sense to you. They have to be memorized. They're something that a native English speaker normally would learn from childhood, growing up. Their parents, brothers, sisters, others use these expressions, and then once they're reading, they'll see them. Idioms are used everywhere, really. Newspapers and magazines are littered with them, and they even sneak into academic writing. And native English speakers use them all the time without thinking or without recognizing that these expressions uh, don't have a literal meaning. For example, most people, even people just learning English, know what a cat is and know what a dog is, so they know what cats and dogs are. If I mention cats and dogs, you're going to picture these little critters that some people keep as pets. You might have a preference. Some people love cats over dogs or dogs over cats. Some love them all, but you know what they are. But if I say it's raining cats and dogs, that doesn't make any sense if I think about it literally. It's not literally raining cats and dogs. Cats and dogs are not falling from the sky, but that would be the literal meaning. But the expression means something completely different. If you know what that means, you can put it below in the comments. But I'm going to be talking about some idioms that relate to learning in this particular video. So let's have a look at a few idioms. Here's a very useful one, particularly when you're learning something new: to put one's thinking cap on. For example, to solve this riddle, I will have to put on my thinking cap. It simply means that I'm going to be thinking really deeply or really hard about a particular subject, or to try to solve something. Or here's another example in a sentence form: you have many questions to answer, so put on your thinking cap. It means that you're really going to have to concentrate and focus to try to answer the questions or solve a problem. To rack one's brain. Well, it's related to the previous one. Sometimes they could be used interchangeably, but in this case, I think it's more about looking through your memories, looking through your thoughts. And here's a sentence example: he racked his brain but could not solve the math problem. So he's searching through his uh, memories, what he already knows about math, maybe trying to come up with new solutions as well. So he's putting his thinking cap on, remember the last slide, but he's also racking his brain. Or I racked my brain for days and then I remembered the song. So this one gives you more of the impression of something is in there, something's in your brain or in your memory, but you can't quite access it. So you just keep thinking about it and thinking about it. You've probably had this experience when you're trying to remember someone's name or remember the name of a song. You hear the song, you know this song, but you can't think of the title, or you can't think of the band. You're trying to think of the band. I do that a lot. I think, I know that band. Why can't I remember? Or an actor. I've seen an actor. I know the name of this actor, but I just can't find it in my memory. So I'm racking my brain, and sometimes all of a sudden it just pops up. Sometimes it doesn't. Here's another idiom: to be lost in thought. So you might have had this experience talking to someone and they seem to be somewhere else. They don't seem to be fully engaged in what's happening at the moment. And that's because the person could be lost in thought. They're thinking about something else, and they're not fully engaged at the moment. So, Mary was lost in thought during our conversation. So that's a situation where you've probably had this experience. You're talking to someone, and somewhere along the way you realize they're not really listening to you. They're not completely engaged with what you're talking about. And it could be because they're lost in thought. They're thinking about something else. As I pieced the puzzle together, I was lost in thought. So if you are the type of person who does puzzles a lot, You can sometimes be doing a puzzle, but also thinking about something else. Now, you might be thinking about the puzzle, but more likely when we use the expression lost in thought, it means that you're thinking about something else. So you're doing an activity that's fairly automatic to you. You might be at work, although I don't recommend it, and you're lost in thought, not necessarily on your work, but on something else. And then you realize all of a sudden, oh, gee, I've got to focus here. I've got to get back to business. Um, and the last example here, Ben looks lost in thought. So sometimes you can tell from a person's face, their expression, that they're physically present, but they're mentally somewhere else. So they're lost in thought. They're thinking about other things. There you have it. 3 idioms that are related to learning, to put one's thinking cap on, to rack one's brain, and to be lost in thought. There are thousands of idioms or idiomatic expressions, and there are many more that are related to learning as well. I will do some more videos with idioms related to learning, but also other idioms that you will see over and over again when you're reading English, but also when you're speaking to others, you will hear these idiomatic expressions too. So let me know if you know some other idioms or other idioms that you would like me to make a video on, or put any comment or question below. Or you can check out the website and send me an email, look into some courses. I do personalized courses as well. But in the meantime, have fun with idioms, have fun learning, and until next time, it's Ron Johnson from L.T.L Tutoring Central. Bye-bye for now.